This is part of our video series for homeschooling basics, and this one is all about avoiding burnout and being too tired from homeschooling. What do you do when it's just you're doing great, it's going along, you're doing it, and it's just monotonous and you're just getting tired of it, and it's just a beautiful sunny day outside and all your children want to do is get outside and play? What do? Do you stick to the rigid routine and keep that schooling going, or do you stop what you're doing and just go outside and play? You should stop what you're doing and go outside and play. Let your children go out and have fun, enjoy the sunshine. I know for ourselves, it's a lot nicer here in September, and so we want to be outside. We don't want to be stuck sitting at a desk all day long. So we go outside more. We're playing outside. I don't care if they don't do their school till later at night when it's a little bit cooler, or we wait till focusing more on more of our schooling through the winter months when we're stuck inside. Just let your children enjoy life. You have them home for a reason. You have them home to enjoy them. You have them home to enjoy being together, working together. Take them outside and do a science lesson outside in the yard by playing or building things. You can do that with your child when you're homeschooled. Break your routine. Don't just be so rigid to what you do. Give yourself a break. Have something fun. Choose a banana split for lunch day, or have a treat in the middle of your day, or just go outside and read under the tree a book to your child instead of sitting at a desk reading to them. Those are ways to help break up the monotony of just boring blah homeschooling. And then also take time for you. It's important to give time for mom, because moms that children are away at school all day long, they get breaks. They get time to themselves. They get time to go to the bathroom by themselves. They get time to think without children. They get time to keep their house clean all the time. And when you're home with them all day long, that doesn't always happen. So make sure that you take the time for you. Even if you just schedule into your day, half hour, this is mom time. Nobody's allowed to talk to me. I'm having quiet. Don't bother me unless there's an emergency. I want quiet. And go outside and read a book for a half hour, or take a walk outside your yard, or go take a bubble bath, or do something just to give yourself a few moments of peace throughout the day. You owe that to yourself as a mom, because you're doing a lot with your child all day long. So don't forget to do those kind of things. Maybe leave a day that you just let your children play on the computer all day. There's nothing wrong with that. Let them do, not all day, but tablet days or whatever, and just let them do games, let them play, or board games and things like that, so that they can just do fun, have fun. It's not going to hurt them. They're going to have a good day, or have a board game as a family day. If you're learning and you're having fun together and playing, and don't forget to help avoid burnout when you're homeschooling. Don't forget to take care of yourself. Make sure that you're getting enough sleep. Make sure that you're eating properly. Take time to exercise. Take time to cut out the things that are causing stress in your life, especially when you're homeschooling mom, because that just adds to the tension, that adds to the why am I doing this kind of thing, or you don't feel like you want to do it anymore and you're exhausted. Just make sure you do those things, because it's a tough job. It's a tough job doing what you're doing, being with them all day long. So make sure you get sleep every night. If you need more time, take a nap. While you take a nap, let your children have some quiet time to themselves each day as well. Nothing wrong with that. We used to, when my kids were little, they didn't take a nap, but the little ones took naps. Okay, but for an hour, you're allowed to stay in your bed. You can read, or you can play with your toys, but you have to stay in your bed for that hour's time. And that was just something we did, and I was able to sleep and they were able to play, and it was just good. Everybody kind of had a quiet time during the day, and it was good for everybody. So they enjoyed that quiet time, I think, because it was loud with a lot of babies. So take the time for that. Eat healthy. That helps and goes a long way in feeling good as a mom. So what if you're worried about things are just falling apart, and you're worried that homeschooling is just not working for you? You're stressed, you're overwhelmed, you're just can't get it all done. Stop what you're doing. Don't do anything for the day. Just be home with your child. Just relax for the day. Find out what's stressing you out about it. Is it the math that you're doing with your child? Your child doesn't get it, or they don't understand it, or they're not responding well to you. Maybe you need to change the way you're doing something. Maybe you need to change the way you're teaching them. Maybe it's the textbook or the style. We went through so many programs, and it was just the way they were teaching it, and I was like, oh, that's just so, it's frustrating, because it wasn't even fun. And so that's why I came up with writing my own, where I just kept the basics, because I didn't like all the extra frilly stuff that just seemed to make it crazy and not good for them. Make sure to give your child breaks. If your child's getting frustrated, if they're getting mad at you, or they're yelling and having an attitude, make sure they get breaks in between things. If they're not made to sit at a desk 6 hours a day, even though they tell you that in school, let them get out, do math, and then go outside and run around the yard for a little bit. Do your spelling words, and then go outside and shoot a few basketball hoops for a few hours, just to break up sitting and learning things like that during the day. You can do that with your child, and let them just to have a little bit of change, just like you need a little bit of change from things. What else is good? I'm trying to think, like a reading. If you have frustration with teaching reading to your child, don't be frustrated with it. Don't get stressed. Don't yell at them. Don't get mad. Just stop what you're doing and just read to them. Keep reading to them. Wait till you can be ready and you can continue on, and just start with a basic approach. And if you've got a reading phonics program, okay, do a little bit with them each day, but continue just to read to them so you instill that. There's so many ways to teach your child to read, and there's so many programs out there that you'll spend a lot of money on, and I don't think any one is any better than the other, because children can learn to read with an expensive program, and children can learn to read with just having a Bible and teaching them to read out of that. So keep it easy on yourself, keep it easy on them, and don't be stressed out when things aren't working. Find out what's making it stressful and remove it. If you're having a hard time, talk to other homeschooling moms. Share your frustrations. Tell them what's bothering you, what you should do. Ask them for advice, and if it's something you can take it. I know I've learned from many experienced homeschoolers different things that I thought that it was just crazy and it was my child and this is life, and then I realized that, wow, every homeschooling parent has craziness like this, and this is not just me, and so, this is what I need to do. You can look at your approach to how you're teaching your child. Maybe it's the way you're teaching them that they're not getting and understanding, so maybe you're teaching it too complicated. Maybe there's just a simpler way to do it. Don't make it so complex. Don't make it so hard. That's why I think a lot of curriculum, books, and things like that, it does get overwhelming, and you do feel like you're behind and you're not qualified because there's so much to it. Keep it easy. Keep the basics. I always believe when they're younger, just teach them the basic things they need to know. The reading, writing, and arithmetic. The 3 R's, right? I don't know why they say 3 R's, because writing is the W. But anyways, and arithmetic is an A. But keep it simple with them and just read to them, and your child's gonna be fine. They're gonna learn things, and as they get older, they're gonna want to learn more things. Just don't be so stressed out and frustrated with them, and where you're just yelling at them and you're just making it homeschooling just one big giant not fun thing for them to do. So you want it to be fun. You want it to be someplace that they enjoy being, so that you don't want to send them back to school and that they don't want to go back to school. But it starts with you. You're going to be the one that's going to make or break how the household is. And so I encourage you, if something's not working, stop it. Stop doing it. Take a step back and see if you can see what's wrong and what you need to change in your approach with schooling. Maybe something different. And so just go to basics. Go back to the basics. If it works, and keep adding more to it. And if that doesn't work, take it away and go back to your basics again. Your child will be fine, and so will you. But just don't expect so much out of this whole persona of what you think a homeschooling parent and what you should be teaching your child is. Just keep it real simple and plain. So I hope you enjoyed this little video, and I look forward to doing the next one. Have a wonderful day.